Want to go, pretty boy?
Two minutes by yourself and you feel shame, you know, and then you get free.
The only thing better than a glass of beer is tea with Miss McGill.
And welcome to the Fourth Line Voice Podcast. My name is Darren. Thank you very much for tuning in. Episode 473 of The Big Show, some enforcer-based podcasting coming at you, brought to you by the Hockey Podcast Network. How's everybody doing out there? Oh, it's that time, folks. That's right. It's fight week here. BKFC Ice Wars presents. Oh, they're in Florida. Amarant Arena, Friday, October 10th. You're going to get 10 bouts. And I got a couple of the fighters on the show tonight. Jordan, the Warden, Christie. And Reid, the Spaz, Krasowski, who is fighting in the main event versus former UFC fighter Charles Rosa. He's going to try his hand at on the ice surface. Yeah, folks, and this one is actually going to be on real ice. It's bare knuckle, so they're getting down to it here. First time for that in Ice Wars. So, yeah, this is going to be an interesting event. And like I said, usually with the Ice Wars, I like to call it Fight Week. So each you're going to be hearing a lot of me. That's just what everybody wants to hear. I got a lot of Darren. Throughout the week, each day, I will bring a new episode. And then Thursday, we'll wrap it up with the preview show that we always do, that we've done since Ice Wars 1. Way back in 2022 in Edmonton. Normally it's myself, Jay, and Alec that do them, which is actually funny because that's what got the whole thing started, which eventually became the Bruised and Battered podcast that the three of us do every week, also on the Hockey Podcast Network. It's a current look at tough minor league hockey. So if you want to check that out, we've had great guests on the show. We started it last fall, and over the summer, we went bi-weekly just because it's, what are we going to talk about? But after this week, we're actually going to be back to weekly programming. But usually try to get a player on there. And then we talk about, we make fun of Jay and his shitty IPA beers. And just crack some beers and talk nonsense. We had fast food power rankings and a whole Pop-Tart debate, which I can tell you that actually... there are a lot of people that got hot over that Pop-Tart. We had a lot of feedback on the Pop-Tarts, so that kind of took a life of its own, that segment, which was a lot of fun. But Bruised and Battered podcast, that's I recommend you check it out if you're into current minor league hockey. And of course, Fourth Line Voice. If you're just tuning in because you're friends with Reid or Jordan or whatever, that's cool. Thank you. Welcome. But please, I encourage you to check out my back catalog. I've been doing this for like 5 years. Well, as you can see, 473 episodes. I've talked to a lot of people. I've done a lot of ranting on here, yelling out the window in the dark. So I encourage you to please check out the show. So, like I said, October 10th. This Friday coming up, I'm going to be live streaming it. Fourth Line Voice on YouTube is my channel. Please subscribe. I have over 2,500 fight videos on my channel. Go down that rabbit hole. You'll be there for hours. But every Friday, what I've been doing for the last month is what I call Fighting Friday, and it's a live stream. I started at 9 o'clock Eastern, and it's a hockey fight watch along. I'll make a playlist each week and play the best minor league and junior fights, and new stuff, old stuff. I try to get like Bob Probert in the OHL and Ken Baumgartner when he played for the Prince Albert Raiders, or John Morasti or Trevor Gillies or Derek Bugard in Louisiana, and some Quebec League craziness and some brawls, and I just spin the hits, as I always say. So I encourage you to please stop by and join the live stream and join the chat. We have a lot of guys in there, yapping away and just drinking beer and enjoying the fights for about an hour and a little bit. So we're only there for like an hour and a half, hour 15, hour 20. So I usually always see the playlist, the 60 fights, 60 videos. So, but sometimes if there's a brawl, obviously it goes a little longer. But yeah, so it usually ends up being about an hour or 15. Yeah, we have a lot of fun sitting there, and I'll just yap away, and my fat head's over in the corner of the screen. But yeah, like I said, it's a lot of fun. So I encourage you, please, like I said, Fighting Friday, check it out, 9 o'clock Eastern. But of course, as I said, this Friday I will have Ice Wars on. Now, when I say that, I'm not going to be bootlegging it and playing Ice Wars on the channel. No, please buy the pay-per-view. It's on BKFC app. Use the promo code Ice Wars to get 25% off. And yeah, just tune in. And I mean, if you're sitting there watching it, go on to YouTube as well, and go to Fourth Line Voice, and I'll be sitting there watching it and commentating, and we can all sort of watch it together. So I think that'd be fun. So yeah, that live stream will be happening this Friday. So. But other than that, folks, like I said, all week I'll be bringing you player interviews and preview shows and the whole 9 yards. So, yeah, so for this episode, I have Jordan and Reid on, not at the same time, but separate interviews, and get to know them a little bit and their training and what they think going into it, and all that. So, always look forward to the Ice Wars. So, there's some really, really interesting matchups in this one this Friday. So, really looking forward to it. But anyway. Nobody tuned in to hear me yap, so let's get into it. First, I'll have Jordan on, and then I will have Reid Krasowski, and I want to thank those two gentlemen for coming on the show, and I want to thank you for tuning in. And yeah, little DraftKings ad. Hey, if you want to bet, football. Some good upsets in football this weekend. Oh boy, and how about them Jays? Look at that. Somebody asked me, it was funny, somebody asked me how I thought the Jays were going to do. I said, wow, their bullpen's been so bad. I said, they'll probably get swept. Jeez, when you scored 13 runs, who needs a bullpen? Yeah, rolling, boys. Here we go. But anyway, DraftKings ad, then we'll get into it with Jordan and Reid. Thanks, everybody. I guess we'll talk to you tomorrow.
And now, here's a word from our sponsor.
Your season, your shot. The NFL season is rolling, and every touchdown can bring you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the NFL. From first touchdown score to anytime TD props or the thrill of live in-game betting, every snap is loaded with opportunity. Yeah, or else you got future bets, guys. I mean, again, the odds change all the time, but last time I looked, Lamar, Allen, plus 275. Super Bowl, Buffalo's the favorite right now, plus 400. Something to think about. New customers, this one's for you, though. You can bet just $5. You get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, you score over $200 off the NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the promo code THPN. That's code THPN, and you get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first $5 bet. Plus over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of the Boot Hills Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Fees may apply in Illinois. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday Ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercials use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday Ticket terms at youtube.com/NFL Sunday Ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
All right, here on the Fourth Line Voice, got a special guest, a returning guest. You've been on a few times. Was on as a fan, has been on as an Ice Wars fighter, and now he's back for his second bout in Ice Wars. And the Amarant Arena this Friday in Florida. It's Jordan, the Warden, Christie. Jordan, how you doing tonight?
Hey, Darren, what's happening, man? Thanks for having me on. I always love coming on and talking to you. Absolutely love the show.
No, absolutely. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I know we talked for quite a few years here that you've been doing this. You're out walking the dog right now. I know you're you're starting your journey to Florida tomorrow. Is that correct?
Yeah. Starting the journey tomorrow. I got to drive 4 hours away from where I live to go up there, and then I get a plane bright and early for the next day to fly out, man. So yeah, my journey starts tomorrow. officially leaving the island and heading to Florida.
There we go. Well, of course, you are fighting Ryan Snowbeck this Friday. But before we get into that, obviously, like I said, you fought in Edmonton at the last Ice Wars. You fought Cole Johnson to a decision win. Well, obviously, I haven't had you on since then. How was your whole Ice Wars experience in Edmonton and picking up the win against Cole, and how are you feeling after? And walk us through that.
It was absolutely amazing, man. It was definitely nothing I've ever, you couldn't even prepare for that. Obviously, us guys that participate in this are hockey fighters, but it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different in general, knowing, you know who before the games are, who you're going to fight and stuff, kind of, Gail, but, to be in that, there's no scrum, there's no nothing, you just go at it. That was totally different. My opponent that I had came in too much overweight. He was, I don't even know how to describe that guy. He's out there. But, he fucked the whole card up, really, with that. Because they weren't sure what was going to happen. And then, luckily, Cole Johnson and Dare Freeman both agreed that whoever won that would fight me to give me my fight since I came all the way up there, which is good on their behalf. I couldn't thank Cole enough for doing that because he really didn't have to. So, but yeah, fighting a guy like Cole Johnson, my first fight. I mean, that was my first fight in Ice Wars. It's supposed to be, new guy versus new guy, but I fought a guy who's pretty much a vet there now. Cole's been on the show now for this is the sixth Ice Wars or something. Yeah, maybe the fifth. So he's definitely been around the block a few times. He's way bigger than me. I'm only 5'10". Cole's got to be 6'2" or something like that. He's a big boy. I wasn't really, I had no footage on my last guy. But you kind of, he didn't have a fight and I didn't have a fight, so it was whatever. But knowing that I had to switch and went to Cole, I was like, well, I'm going to be into one now. I'm fighting like a veteran here. So I think for my very first fight, I definitely had a tougher opponent than most that started off with, for sure.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot that. The guy, Lucas Knoll, that you're supposed to fight, I think he showed up about 20 pounds overweight. I forgot about that. That's right.
Yeah. 22 pounds to be exact, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what he signed. I don't think he signed himself up for or what he did, but that's a whole conversation on another day, that guy, dude. Yeah. Thoughts and prayers.
Well, and I know going into that, you had trained with George Davis, and you took the training seriously. You spent a lot of time on the synthetic and everything else. After looking back on it and everything, was it sort of, do you think, were you prepared for it, or was there a few surprises?
Skating on it and getting a feel for it, I was prepared for it, but their ice and the ice I was on was totally different. It was made by the same manufacturer and everything, but it's like a puzzle piece, man. It's like what you put down on the floor for kids and stuff. They got the squares and shit. You can feel when you cross one, you can feel it, and when you're fighting somebody, it was really hard to keep my mind on throwing punches, not eating punches, but also worried about my feet. But now that we're going to real ice, I don't have to worry about my feet anymore. I've been on a pair of skates since I was 3 years old, man. So I'm not worried about balance or anything like that. I don't have the last thing I have to worry about is now learning how to skate. I basically had to learn how to skate all over again because that synthetic ice is completely different than real ice. Completely different. It's not like you can just skate down there on your middle of your blades. It's all edges. Basically, yeah. If you ain't good with edges, you're pretty much done before the fight starts. You might be an amazing fighter, but if you're not used to that shit, yeah, no. I was just lucky enough that I know a guy here from town that had a set who supports me, so he let me on the ice as often as I want it, and then having a guy like George Davis show me things that he knew was even better for me, man. I felt like I had more of an advantage going in there because I had a guy he's done the raw, you can Google him, Darren, you know him, tough man, one of the baddest cats around for his day, and got drafted by the Ducks, you know what I mean? He jumped in a bench, he's a pretty tough cat, so I'm glad I got to learn what I did from George, and now I get to use that going into real life, which makes it even better.
Yeah, no, George Davis is legitimate. Absolutely, he was, and I got to reach out to George. I kind of gone back and forth with him a little bit on Facebook. I got to get him on the show. He'd have some stories.
Oh, George would have some stories. Yeah, I was picking his brain a little bit there about certain players like Hunter Lahack that played there, and Ryan Flynn, and you know, he got to see. I think he told me that he got to train with Trevor Ettinger, who was one of the baddest men on the planet back in them days, man.
Yep.
Too bad what happened to Trevor, because we'd be talking about that. There's people still talk to him about him today, but like that guy there would have put a stamp on him. I'd say the NHL. He was definitely that caliber. He was a good hockey player too. Like check his numbers. Like that guy was just shit. He was the captain for a bunch of teams he was playing for.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, like you said, with this fight here in Florida, it's on real ice, and the other thing is it's now bare knuckle. So this, how have you approached this, and what are your thoughts on that?
So for the last while now, I'm lucky enough that I got a buddy who runs the boxing gym here, Ring 73, and them guys are a supporter and sponsor of mine. They let me train there 5 days a week. And I can go whenever I want. But he has a rougher heavy bag there, what I've been using for the last 5 weeks, and it conditions your knuckles. Like it's not like it's like hitting sandpaper. So like I'm pretty much prescribed for it. So you know, the first week there, you get your calluses and stuff, and start ripping your knuckles up. But now they're like leather, man. So I mean, I feel like that's another advantage I got. Like it doesn't matter how much you go to the gym and do sit-ups and push weight around. Like it's not going to help you in this. So I did training that actually benefited my hockey fights, you know.
Yeah, and like you said with the skating part, I mean, like you said, you grew up playing hockey and played junior and all that, so that's, you know, you're back at home on that.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. It's a lot less stressful. It's not like I got to try to worry about, you know, eating unnecessary punches that I don't have to. It's just, yeah, I'm way more confident coming into the real ice than I was going into synthetic. Like I knew I'd do all right on the synthetic. I had a good grasp on how it works, but I'm back home now, so it's going to be great.
Well, and of course your opponent Ryan Snowbeck, he fought on the Michigan show and won a decision against Alex Marcicello. I mean, obviously, I know you've watched the video and well, you know, of them and everything else, and you know, I mean, I'm not asking you to give away your secrets or anything, but just looking at him on the surface and getting ready for him, how have you approached it?
I think he's going to be really uncomfortable with me. I think I watched that guy's fight there every single night before I went to bed since it got announced. I still watch it. I see things he does. I see the way he throws punches. I see the way he tries to set up his next punch. Swings pretty wild. I think he fights like he's in a panic, where I think that'll be in my favor. His stamina looks good, but I feel like now that we're on real ice is what I can give him. I didn't think he was the strongest skater I've ever laid my eyes on. Everybody told me that. I'm sure that guy would tell you himself. Like I think he just picked up hockey a few years ago, but I think now being on real ice is really going to separate the people who do this as a fucking pastime and someone that's done this since they started playing hockey. So I'm coming for the win there, just like he is. But at the same time, I got a lot more tools in my toolbox than that guy. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, well, and like you said, I think, you know, now that you get on the real ice, I mean, yeah, that is going to be the big divide, obviously, between, you know, I think the skating is going to be the biggest factor in these fights for this one, I think. Yeah,
it's going to be, you know what I mean? Like, just because you play hockey on Wednesday night with Paul the Painter for the last 2 years doesn't mean you're a fucking hockey fighter, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I've seen that guy go on a couple podcasts. He told people flat out that he's never actually been in a legitimate hockey fight. And yeah, he was on synthetic ice, and that's a hockey fight, but now he's going to be in a real hockey fight. Like, yeah, like, his breathing and stuff is good, and he didn't really wear out or nothing like that, but he's not going to be on the ice. I got a feeling he's going to be on the ice a hell of a lot more than I'm going to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting, right? I mean, yeah, guy's in great shape, looks strong. Well, a former military guy, so you know he stays in shape, and the cardio will be there and everything else. But yeah, like you said, it comes down to the skating, right? So
it all boils down to that, man. You can be the baddest guy on the fucking planet. If you're not a strong skater fighting in our environment, you're going to be exposed pretty quickly. And to be honest with you, like, it might sound cocky, it might sound not. I plan on doing that with every single person that comes into this whole league that thinks that's not a hockey player. If you're an MMA fighter, you're a boxer, and you just watch the sport and you think it's cool, like, well, I'm going to show you that there's a lot more to it than just watching it on TV and telling your buddies I can do that. You know what I mean?
Yep. No, absolutely. Well, hey, when they got a hold of you and said, hey, we're gonna be fighting in Florida at the Amarant Arena, what crossed your mind when you first heard that?
Like, fuck. That's what I was thinking. Like, I was like, there's no way. But, as the weeks went on, it got real, and it was announced that we were going there. Like, it's like, holy shit. Like, I can't believe that I'm going to be fighting in the Florida Panthers arena, man. So, like, I come from a small community here, and that's the last thing on anybody's mind that's going to happen there. Like, Logan Shaw, that plays for the Marlies, he's about 20 stellar minutes away from where I live, and he's went on to do some cool things, but I'll be the first person in Whitney's here to ever step on that ice. So, I mean, by the looks of it, I'll probably be the only one. So, I mean, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to, like, I'm not just coming myself. Like, when I throw a punch at Snowbecky, I got the whole island here behind me, man. Like, everybody supports me here. It's nice.
Yeah, and that's it. And it's interesting because I had Reid Krasowski on a few days ago, and he's from Yorkton here in Saskatchewan, a small town here, and he was saying the same thing, how the whole community kind of really rallies behind you.
Man, it was a whip, the support you get here, and it's like we don't have much to look forward to, So, like, we thrive on being tough people down here. Like, it's not the first time someone from the island was played hockey, like high-level hockey. Like, Dennis Bomby's 2 hours away from me, and he was one of the baddest guys on a set of skates, too. So, we breed them tough down here, man. We're definitely not pussies, that's for sure.
No, the Maritimers, you guys can get after it without a doubt. Well, just kind of switching gears from the Ice Wars here. After the Edmonton show, you actually signed a contract with Laval of the LNAH, and I've been telling you here for the last couple of days because their season just got going. There was some calls on the old Laval message board. Where's the Warden? Where's the Warden? So what's your status with Laval and what's going on there?
Yeah, so it's so surreal, dude, because like me and you have talked for a couple of years now, and that's my jam, just like it is yours. And I followed the LNAH, man, for just as long as you did. If not, you probably got me a little bit. But I've been glued to that league. A lot of guys that I grew up watching went to that league, but now, and then we all seen the movie The Chiefs. You know what I mean? Yep. So here I am. I was probably like 13 or 14 when that came out, and now I got signed by the team that I watched playing there. And like I said, to be underneath that banner, the House of Pain, and knowing like Joel Carey all played there, like Ryan Hand, like the list goes on, man. Like I was blown away by it. I was blown away how first I had to make sure it was legit first, and then Lucien Paquette's there. He's Danik Paquette's father, and Danik Paquette still plays. He's tough. And sure enough, we're all over it, man. I think I was home for like 2 or 3 days when that started happening. Like the team started coming in. There was a couple Fed teams too, like that one that Justin Smith plays for, the Scarecrow team or whatever.
Topeka, yeah.
Yeah, but that's too far for me, man. I got a family, like I got a wife, 3 kids, and that's you got to live down there to be there. And I was like, nah, that's not for me. And then. I was talking to AJ Galante, seeing what goes on there, because like I love AJ, and then sure enough, man, my once Laval came knocking, I couldn't refuse it, man. Like I'd love to play in the LNAH, even if I played 2 games there. Like I'm just one of us, man, living out the dream there. To be honest with you, I'm literally one of us, man, from sitting in the chair to. Let's see if I can do this. I'm basically like I'm living people's dreams, bud, and that's all I can say. Like I'm living out my dream. If I didn't want to score the goal in the Stanley Cup, I was having to fight under the lights with Eye of the fucking Tiger on. That's what I wanted on. So I'm doing it, man. That's what I'm doing, and I'm going to do it till I can't do it anymore. So
Well, yeah, I mean, I can remember when I had you on back when we were talking, you're going to start a podcast and everything else. And I remember, you said the same thing. And no, and I've always said that. I said, hey, man, the guy said he was going to do it and he went and did it. So, I mean, absolutely. And and like you said, you're a fan. I mean, I know when you heard Sebastian Lafayette was going to be on the show, you were like pumped because you were like a fan of his. And so it's like, now I get to meet him now.
I like my wife's home right now packing some stuff. Only thing I took out so far, I didn't even take out a pair of socks. I took out Sebastian Laferriere's hockey cards.
Yeah.
And I'm getting them to sign at the moment I see him, and I'm getting a picture. That's my thing, man. Like that guy to me, like I watched him play in the queue at Rimouski when he was protecting Sidney Crosby. Like there was him, Sebastian Aspero was there. Like Dave Bouchard. Like I know all of them that played there. Like. One thing I'll never have, like I know he's not good at, like he doesn't speak that good at English, but I'll never be out of a conversation when you bring a guy like that in, that's for sure.
No, absolutely. And, well, of course, he's fighting Nick Laporte in the co-main event. What do you think? I'm going to put you on the spot. We're gonna say who's your pick to win that one?
I mean, Sebastian Laferriere's got more fights than anybody on the whole card combined. Like I don't care if that's from playing tops to now. Like This is a natural reaction to him, man. He has more this is what he does, and this is what he did since he was about 15 years old. So training goes into it too, but experience kills everything, man. Like he knows how to get out of every situation. On top of it, he's tough as fucking nails too, with like punching a fridge. So if he beats him, he's going to be beating him for 3 straight rounds for sure. Like he's going to be wailing on him. But said, man. Yeah, we've seen what Nick did in Michigan, but I don't know if it's going to be that easy to do that to a guy like Sebastian Laferriere. So, I mean, best of luck to Nick. He's got the hardest opponent on the whole fucking card.
Yeah,
and that's my thing. He's got the hardest fight of them all. Like that guy there. Fuck, he just fought 3 times in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
he's doing it right now. So he's going to be fighting 4 times in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So he's not nothing to play with. That's just go look up his fucking stats of who he fought. He fought everybody.
No, absolutely. He's the real deal for sure. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting fight.
He's a certified G for sure. Like this is what he does, man. This is just another Friday for him. If he wasn't doing it at Ice Wars, he'd be fighting next week anyway.
Yep, absolutely.
So, yeah, it's what he does, and. To be honest, it's going to be pretty crazy. This week here, I'll be getting a picture with him, and I'll be signing my cards, and then when Laval plays his team, I'll be standing across from him with the gloves off. So, same time, man, it's just, I don't care if he beats my head off. Like, I thought the guy I grew up watching, like I said, I'm living out a dream here, man. Wins and losses don't matter to me. It's just having the balls to go in there and do it. And, said a lot of people sit there and talk, like, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that. Like you said, I told you I was going to do something, and I did it. And I'm still doing it. And same thing with the podcast, I told you I was going to do a podcast. I think the next week I have one up.
Yep.
If it comes out of my mouth and I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. So, just like I'm saying it now, like, I'm not fucking losing Friday. Not a chance. I'm not losing that fight on Friday.
Well, before I let you go, also in Laval, the local senior team got a hold of you too, didn't they?
Yeah, so we had senior hockey's been out of here for 25 years, I think it was, or it's been 30 years since the last time our island had a senior team. And there's 3 that's close here, man, and I got messages from pretty much all 3 of them wanting me to play there. And one team's like a half hour from my house now, and the other one's like 15 minutes. I went with the 15-minute one, like. Not like I'm signed there so I can play senior hockey, but like I'm gonna play with Laval. But say things don't work out or they don't need me for a game. Like I got a funny feeling I'm only gonna be playing games when they need me. I'm probably not gonna be in the lineup every game, which is fine by me. Like we worked out a little bit of a thing here. Like I played 10, 11 games in Laval this year. Like that's fine for me. I just want to play enough to play off, man. And then I can play the rest of the time here in Cape Breton, which is even better. My kids get to come watch me, and it's pretty good.
No, absolutely. It's crazy how it all comes together with signing with Ice Wars. It's kind of been a whirlwind.
Man, I'm telling you, like that's one thing that benefits you from it. Like there's a lot of teams that people think that role is dead, and for the most part, yeah, it is. But you know what? Toughness will always be around the game of hockey. I mean, like what happened the other day, the Ottawa Senators traded for Curtis McDermott. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They didn't just do that because they've been watching him for the last couple of years and thinks he's gonna do something. Like, look what happened. Like, maybe Jack I asked him to go and he was like saving for the season, but the game was a lot more calmer with Curtis McDermott was in the lineup than it was the game before. And I'm not saying Jack I's not going to fight him. He probably is going to fight him, but like, it's just those teams don't want to be pushed around, man. So there's always. I've said this to a million times, man. If you took today's game of hockey and you went and reformed your own Broad Street Bullies, you got a team that you had Reeves on it, McDermott, and say Matthew Oliver, throw in Nick Delorier on there, you're winning the cup. They're going to have nobody to fuck with you. Put one on every line. And teams will know what to do with you. I don't know why anybody's not doing that yet, because that's what I'd do if I owned the team. I'd get the 4 toughest guys I could, put them all on one roster, and that's what the Broad Street Bullies did, and they won it. Yep. There's always going to be room there, whether people don't like it or not, for guys like us that do this shit. We're fucking human beings, man. It's like, this is what we do, and you don't have to like it, but like when it comes to the game of hockey, you're always going to need guys like us.
100%. 100%.
That's my vent when it comes to hockey and what I'm doing. Like, this, you know, some people aren't too fond of ice wars and stuff, and that's fine. But it's takes the biggest thing about it, man, is the balls it takes to go do this. Like, going from the River Creek Casino, now I'm fighting in the Florida Panthers arena with what could be 10,000 people there. Just walking out in front of that atmosphere alone could make you think you're fifth. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of people. Especially for me, like I said, I'm from a big community. Like, our Eagles game holds like 5,000 people, and that's never full. So I couldn't imagine. Like, I don't even know. It's going to be a pretty surreal moment on Friday. That's for sure.
No,
I'm going to into that.
Yeah, it's going to be wild, man.
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah, well, there you have it, folks. The latest Laval and the local team, and now we're off to Florida to take on Ryan Snowbeck. And like I said, that's this Friday, October 10th, Amarant Arena. It's going to be on pay-per-view on the BKFC app. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm looking forward to the card. And
so am I, man. It's going to be a good card. Like, everybody pretty much doesn't have a loss on this card. I think everybody's got almost a perfect record, depending on who it is. But yeah, it's going to be, I mean, something to do for Friday night, you know what I mean? It's something that you want to watch it, and it's a good thing to have your buddies over and go do. Like, if I wasn't fighting in it, I'd be watching it Friday. It's definitely something on that arena type deal. It's got to be something if you're fighting on an NHL ring.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be live streaming it, so folks stop by the Fourth Line Voice on YouTube, and we'll all watch it together, and we'll be cheering you on. So I'll be texting you after it's done. You'll hear from me on the phone, but I'll be sure to give me a call after it's over and give me some of that Fourth Line Voice criticism that I need. Well, you might end up on my week on the internet segment next week. I don't know. I'm telling you, that's my favorite. I don't miss any, but I make sure when I see that in the titles, the first thing I click on. Your week on the internet is the best fucking thing going on any social media platform. Well, you know what's funny? I said I spend all this time researching and getting these lists and everything else, and every time all I have is people saying, "No, just start yelling. Your week on the internet's better than all that stuff." I was like, "Oh, okay," you know. Oh yeah. You're like, you know how you say, like, it's just me yelling out my window, buddy? I love it. And the fact that you remember what you're going to, yeah, I love it. Like, you got it written down. like this could have happened on a Monday, you're recording Friday, like, you got it ready. You're just as pissed off on when you started up than you were when you read it the first time. Like I said, I fucking love it. It's the best. And it's from the heart, so you know you'll need it. It's legitimate. Yeah, I say what I mean. But, you can tell you're not fucking around when you're talking about it. And like that one you read today, like a buddy was talking about like whatever, and you were like, that guy's a fucking doorknob. Like he made the macho thing or whatever he was talking about. Oh, macho stupidity. Yeah. Yeah, and that I just want to say this on the air too, that Washington Capitals, the order of that was a little fucking different too. Oh, that was brutal. Yeah. I always say when you're doing those lists, actually, the shittier they are, the funnier, to be honest.
It was like Ole Kolzig was fucking number 3, and you had Brashear at 10. I was like, I can't wait to see who's lower than that.
Yeah. Yeah. Olaf Kolzig in front of Brashear and Berube on the toughest capitals list. Here we go. Yeah, this is good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, the only person that didn't make the list was the fucking Waterboy.
Yeah. Yeah. And if he had, they probably would have put him in front of Berube. So.
Yeah, that kills me, man. Like I said, I really look forward to your weeks on the internet. They're the best for me to get my. They definitely, no matter what kind of day you're having, if you listen to that, it'll definitely cheer you up.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. And
thanks so much, Aaron. I love the show, man. I can't pump your tires enough. It's one of the best shows on the market, man. It's unreal. I absolutely love it. You cover it all, man, and then it's legit. You're literally the legitimatest hockey fight podcast out there. So kudos to you, man. I fell in love with it, and I still listen to it the moment I first watched it. So thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, I tried to keep it real and trying to support Ice Wars, support you guys. So I'll let you go. I know you got, like you said, you got the night of traveling ahead of you and everything else, and get the dog inside and the kids and everything. So thanks for coming on, man. And hey, kick ass in Florida, brother.
You got it, bro.
All right, here we are in the Fourth Line Voice. I have a special guest today. The main event at Ice Wars in Sunrise, Florida, October 10th, Amaranth Arena, taking on Charles Rosa is none other than Reid Krasowski. Reid, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Very good. Hey, I appreciate you taking the time tonight. Out Yorkton, fellow Saskatchewan, out in Yorkton. How is it up there?
Yes, sir.
How's the training going? You ready or what?
Yes, I am ready. It's getting close finally, but yeah, the training's been hard and long, but it's definitely going to pay off. I mean, hard work, and then it'll be easy work on the 10th. But the training's been really good. There hasn't really been many hiccups. My sponsors have helped me a lot with what I can use here for training. So, I have a big sheet of synthetic ice in my garage with a few heavy bags hanging and stuff. So can do anything really that simulates a fight on there. Can bring some people over even to spar. I've sparred with a couple other Ice Wars fighters, and then obviously getting on the ice to the actual ice. And besides that, your cardio and the weights, but I think everything's been going very good. I'm pretty much ready.
All right. Well, I'll get into a little bit more of that with you here in a sec, but just to kind of give the people who you are and stuff, where were you born and raised, and where'd you play your minor hockey and stuff growing up?
Yeah, so I was born and raised here in Yorkton. I played hockey here in Yorkton until I played up to midget, and then I played junior B in West Central Rage. It was not a team anymore, but it was in Robert. Yep. And then after that, I played senior. I played a year on the Buffs, and then this past year, I played senior on Woboda. Not for very long, but yeah, that's pretty much junior, and then just been playing senior. But besides that, obviously, I'm not the biggest guy. I've gotten a couple fights, but this is a prime opportunity to fight people in my weight class and not be kind of matched.
Well, you were telling me before we got going off air, who one of your coaches growing up was Grant Ottenbright?
Yes, he was, and he's an OG.
Yeah, he is tremendous. For those out there wondering, who are we talking about right now? Grant Ottenbright in the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League, one of the premier Junior A leagues in Canada. Grant Ottenbright is the all-time penalty minute leader, and back in the day, and he was actually a guest on my show about 2 years. I off the top of my head, I can't remember what episode it was, but about 2 years ago. Look up Grant Ottenbright in the Fourth Line Voice. It's a really good interview. But Terry Ryan shows up on it, talks about Grant. Grant billeted with Terry Ryan, a young Ted Hitchcock when he was 10 or 12 years old and shit back in the day. So, but yeah, Grant was a great interview. Good dude, tough guy. Of course, tried out with the Winnipeg Jets back in the day, and tough dude. Many a fight. And hey, there's a guy. Have you run into him since the Ice Wars thing?
Actually, I haven't, but I know I think he talked to my mom about it, but I haven't talked to him personally about it. But yeah, he's obviously around here one of the main. If you think of hockey fighters, Grant's one of the guys you think of.
I was going to say, you should drag him out the ice with you and train. Although he's not in your weight class anymore, that's for sure. But he could probably show you a thing or two, though. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. But I think Grant wants me to leave him be retired from that.
yeah. But no, that was awesome. That's funny. Yeah, well, in terms of like you said, you played hockey, growing up and everything else. Were you did you do any like other than that, did you ever do any boxing or MMA or anything like that?
Yeah, so in between, I guess I should have there was a little bit of a gap between like the junior and the senior. Mm-hmm. So in between there, I did a couple years of amateur boxing, so I had that too. I think it was 2 years. I was in Quebec for a bit, in Rimouski.
Yeah.
And then I moved back to Saskatchewan, but I was out there just for boxing.
Well, there you go. So throwing hands isn't anything new to you here.
No, that's part of the reason I was like, this is like going to be the perfect match. Like, Ice Wars, like, I knew about it, but I was like, I never knew how to really get into it. And also I was like, most of these guys fighting are huge. Like, most of them are heavyweights. So I was like, not really going to be anyone for me anyways. But then once BKFC came along, they added like the weight classes, and I was like, okay. Then there was like ways to sign up and stuff I seen too. So then that's how I signed up.
So you would like initially you signed up with AJ Galante signed you?
Yes. Yeah. I like through basically his DMs, and then he like told me to go because on the website there's like a form and stuff you can fill out, and then they cycle through it. But he just I had to do it for whatever.
Yeah.
Like, just the I don't know the process of it.
Yeah, kind of get you the Rolodex and
Yeah. Then he was like, just grab my name from that, and then went from there. But yeah, AJ helped me get signed with Ice Wars, and then Morasti helped me get this fight.
Yeah, so when that initial phone call comes and they're like, yeah, we got this like former UFC guy, just Charles Rosa, that wants to get involved and he's your size and whatever. Were you initially kind of like, or was it right away just like, yeah, let's do it?
Well, because they announced him like signing, they put like a post on Instagram or something like him. So I knew he was like signed with the company, but I thought like, maybe I win a couple fights and stuff like that, then maybe that'd be like something to work up to, Yeah. But then, he called me like, I think in July or end of June, and he was like, no, it was definitely July because it was after the last Ice Wars event. So he was calling me and he's like, we're trying to find a opponent for Rosa, and like you're in the weight class. He's like, would you be interested in that? Right away, I did say yes, just because I was like, that's a huge opportunity. I'm not going to say no. Yeah. And then also I'm like, I don't know if he's good on skates. He could be shit, which turns out he is.
Yeah, well, it's going to be interesting because I know growing up he played like high school hockey and stuff, but I mean that was many years ago, and then of course obviously he dedicated the rest of his life to MMA training, right? So I mean that's what he's been doing for the last decade. So it's like, it'll be interesting to see, kind of him blowing the dust off the skates too, and seeing how that goes. And
he's I got respect for him as a fighter and stuff, all this stuff, but I'm still gonna talk shit. We're getting in a fight. I think he's pretty dumb. Like, he's posting all these videos and things of him on the ice, everything he's doing, because in his mind he thinks he looks good, but it's like does not look good at all, and he's not gonna be able to fix it in 2 weeks, not even.
Well, it's gonna be pretty hard. Well, and it's one thing. Well, and then as growing up playing and stuff, it's one thing.
Well,
to skate and play, but it's another
20 years.
Yeah, well, and it's one thing. Yeah, and it's one thing to skate on ice, and okay, you can skate and shoot the puck around and whatever, but it's another thing to fight on skates. That's completely different.
Yeah, exactly. Like, his edges and shit are barely. I don't know. There's a lot he's got to work on, but like, he's just so confident because of his past in the UFC and stuff, which makes sense. I mean, he was very confident in the UFC, so I understand why he thinks he can do this. But it's gonna be a long night.
Well, so we'll get to the training. I mean, like you said, I know you've been working with Justice Smoke, and I think, was Cole Johnson down there with you for a little bit?
Viking was supposed to come that weekend, but he didn't end up making it out. I think he had to work all weekend. But the one night, Christina Berry did come out for a bit too.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So I mean, you're working with that, and it's just in terms of, well, and for you, I mean, it's been probably a minute since you've been in a hockey fight too. I mean, you've been on skates, but what was the adjustment like? Were you all right with it? Like, did it come back pretty quick?
It took some time. The biggest thing, like, for me was the cardio. Like, I haven't been really working on cardio, like, before this fight, like, because I never had the fight lined up for a while or really thought of fighting. So, like, until I signed, I've been getting the cardio going. But at the start, it was, compared to now, it's a big change. Like, cardio was the hardest, but obviously, when I first got in there, like, sparring with other guys, like, you got to get the feel back, but it helps a lot, like, when to get in there with other guys that have done it and know what to do, like, especially like the Ice Wars format. Like, Justice Smoke is like, he's been there, done that, so that helps a bit, like, a lot.
And that's the thing. And I mean, and it's the same thing with, like Rose said, same thing with you being in boxing and him being in UFC. I mean, it's the punching, and you're used to getting hit and everything else. But I think the big thing will be, obviously, the skating is the big divide. That's the divide where, that's where it's going to happen.
Like, I know, like, at least I have a little bit of boxing. Like Rose said, besides hitting pads and shit, he hasn't been in a boxing match or anything. And when he's in the UFC, he was more of a kick-heavy, like, ground guy, submission guy. Like, he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm like, he can obviously get and take hits, but the skating is going to be the big divider. You're right, and I plan to show that. Yeah,
it's well, going into it, like, of course, all the other BKFC events have been, or all the other Ice Wars events have been, like, with the MMA gloves on. This one, of course, is the first one that's going to be bare knuckle. Were you hesitant with the bare knuckle? Did you prefer bare knuckle? Would you have rather had gloves on? Like, do you care, or like, how did you approach that? Like,
I think when I first found out about the fight, I thought it was going to be with MMA gloves. So I was like, all right, that's kind of what all of them have been. So that's what I thought. But when I signed just the agreement to be like a fighter with Ice Wars, it did say bare knuckle was an option. So I knew, obviously, that was partly going to be there, but I didn't know when they were going to implement it. But then, a couple, like, weeks after I agreed to the fight, then they told me it'll probably be bare knuckle. And I was like, that's fine with me. Most hockey fights are bare knuckle anyways. The only thing I was just a little bit worried about is, like, the hands and the helmets, just because, like, not everybody is, like, we're not all like Charles, like, we all have to work, you know what I mean?
Well, that was kind of my argument with a few of the BKFC Ice War official guys. I've had this argument with them about bare knuckle before, and like I said, and that was their answer to me. They're like, well, a hockey fight's bare knuckle. And I'm like, yeah, but a hockey fight isn't 3 rounds. It's not 3 minutes.
Or 3 minutes, yeah.
That, and like half the time in a hockey fight, you're trying to get the guy's helmet off. Like you're trying to get it, so, it's kind of, it's different. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but it's the same, but it's different. So, and that was the thing. And like I told them, I said, well, all these guys got to go to work on Monday morning. So I'm like, do they really want, like, really? But, yeah.
I've heard they're doing, apparently there might be something different with the helmets to make it a little bit better. I'm not sure what that's going to be. In my mind, I'm like, maybe it'll be like, like the NFL Guardian caps.
Yeah.
Like, maybe like that, but I have no clue.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard the equipment guy talking about it, that it's going to be, and I think the only way they could, it was sort of like, the concussion thing there in the NFL and stuff. So, I mean, which is, better for you guys. I mean, obviously, I'm glad that they're taking, like, fighter safety. I mean, as safe as you can be in a bare knuckle fight. But I mean, I get with the helmet thing. I mean, that's good. how
I
soft
think
it's
with the
going to be, I
Guardian
don't
cap,
know.
it'll make it softer for like the fists if it hits.
Yeah.
Like fabric instead of plastic.
Yeah, so,
But I don't know.
yeah, but I think there's going to be, regardless, I think there's going to be a lot more cuts and
I'm
bleeding.
going in there with the mindset of 2 broken hands and stitches, so.
Yeah, well, and I mean, and that's the thing, right? It's, like there's going to be bleeding, that's for sure. I mean, it's obviously a lot more easier to get cut and everything else, bare knuckle, of course, but.
Yeah, so, and like, maybe the fights are going to go quicker, who knows, or maybe not. I mean, in my mind, I think they're going to be a lot quicker, but.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, we'll see. But I'm like we were saying, I'm really interested to see with now that it's on ice, and we have to see now. You got to be able to skate. Now that'll be it's not the synthetic when you could, because the synthetic was a real advantage to the weaker skaters for sure. And
if you just had really sharp skates, you could get away with walking on it pretty much.
Yeah, and like guys would say, once it got really heated up, you could just basically was a street fight because it was like standing on cement basically at that point. While now it's on ice and you can drag and pull and edge out and stuff. It's completely different now. So it'll be
that's like people are though like a lot of times when I tell people about this fight and all this shit and who I'm fighting, and they all they're like, are you crazy? You're fighting a UFC fighter? It's like, well, I wouldn't fight Charles like in an MMA fight or in a street fight, right? But on skates in the hockey rink, let's go.
Yeah, well, it's like you're not fighting him in the parking lot at Amaranth Arena. It's on the ice surface at Amaranth Arena. Yeah, and it's like, you can't armbar me in a hockey fight. So
like I'm not an idiot. I know anywhere outside the rink, Charles would probably fuck me up, obviously, but we're not.
Yeah, exactly. What was your what have family and friends' reaction been to when you said, "Oh, I signed up for Ice Wars"? Were they just kind of
when I signed up? I think everyone was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." Like, I don't think people thought I was actually like getting to get a fight or fight. Yeah, exactly. But then when I told them I got a fight and who I was fighting, a lot of them were like, "Oh, holy shit! Like, congrats!" Most of them were pumped, and then my mom was like. She's a little obviously nervous. She's like, I don't want to, doesn't want me to get hurt and stuff, but that's what a mom's gonna do.
Oh yeah.
But besides that, everyone's so supportive. And, everyone's pumped. I know my dad and everyone wants to watch it. My brother's coming down. My one buddy's coming down. My girl's coming down. So it'll be good. I know there's a couple guys down there too from Saskatchewan. Like Rod Peterson's down there from Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
It'll be good. I can't wait, honestly. Like, it's going to be so much fun.
Well, it's definitely one of those kind of like bucket list things, right? Like, I mean, how many chances do you get to fight? Well, not only that, but you're fighting in Florida at the Amaranth Arena where the Florida Panthers play, and
like even telling them that too, like, a lot of like can't believe it's happening or how did you get that? It's like, to be honest, I really don't know how. Like, I'm grateful. I know this is like kind of once in a lifetime opportunity. It's kind of cheesy to say that, but it is.
True.
So it's I'm very grateful.
Yeah, like it just in terms of, I'm not going to keep you for too much longer, but just then, and I'm not going to ask you what's your game plan or anything like that.
No,
but it's just,
you're good.
Yeah, but that's we'll save that for Friday night. We'll let them figure it out. But just like you said with the cardio and everything, was there anything like just like in terms of like with your boxing and stuff that you could carry over onto skates? Like, did you find like you kind of the boxing came back to you? Because it had been a while, obviously, since you'd boxed too. But did it come back to you? Like the hands and the quickness come back, or has it been pretty slow going? Yeah,
that's the one thing I could say is that really did, like, it was like, a couple times getting into it, but I could really feel it coming back. And then the only adjustment is throwing a punch on skates is a little different, obviously, than with your feet planted. But the boxing is a big help. That's why a lot of guys do it in the off season and stuff.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Have you any after this? Do you have any plans of like go back to playing senior at all, or is it just kind of we'll see?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, my cardio was never the best at hockey, so I was like third line guy, always get tired and shit, but like I'm in the best shape of my life by far. So yeah, after this fight, I'm sure there'll be a lot of opportunities, and we'll see what happens. But I'm open to it for sure.
Yeah, well, because that's what I was saying to my I've said it to my audience before on here, and I've obviously had guys on here that played senior and everything. Like senior is a big deal in Canada, senior hockey, and it's like legit shit. Like there's like legit guys. This
there's
isn't just
real players.
Yo, yeah, like I think sometimes like when you say people think like beer league, and like no, this isn't beer league. Like no, there's hitting and fighting and like ex-junior guy, like ex-professional players are in this, and and it's town versus town, and like shit gets serious.
Oh yeah, like ex-NHL guys, like Bud Holloway was in the league I played in. Like this isn't fucking like Charles is like, oh, you didn't score a goal. I'm like, bro, you wouldn't last a shift in the type of level we play. Like you're playing pickup hockey down there with guys that can't even skate. This is ex-pros. Like you're crazy.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. And like senior high, and there's a bunch of, I think Saskatchewan's got like 5 or 6 senior leagues. And like I said, it's small town versus small town. Like they're bringing in ringers. Like there's guys that get paid like good money.
Big bucks.
Yeah, like guys have left University of Saskatchewan Huskies to go play senior because they wanted the money, right? Like, and like you get paid your click, you get per kilometer. That's per mile for the American folks. But, and it's like, so senior hockey's a big deal. So it's not like, we're just going to come out on a Friday at 9 and shoot the puck around, like, with no shoulder pads and stuff. It's like, no. So, like you said, when you played senior and in Wawota and stuff like that, that's serious. So.
Yeah, I don't know. People around here understand. Like,
oh, yeah. The Canadian listeners will understand what I'm talking about because they're around it. So I'm trying to explain it to the American listeners, like, I'm sure they play rec hockey or beer league or whatever you want to call it, and that's not what this is. This is different.
Yeah, no, this is...
Because, I mean, we have beer league here, too, but this is senior is completely different.
Yeah, like, lots of people that play senior do that for fun.
Yeah.
And they're all, like, for extra time on the ice.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's just to come out and, go drink with the boys after.
Yeah.
You're where you work might, like, the Jiffy Lube team might have the Jiffy Lube Jets are playing out there at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I seen this one guy who's down there who's fighting on this Ice Wars card. Some 50-year-old Mike Archimone or something talking about some butterbean, like, ball, like, fucking roller hockey shit. Terrible. I don't know what they did signing this guy, but he's going to get absolutely killed. He's fucking 50, 4 foot tall. It's insane. I've never seen a guy like this in my life. He's like a cartoon character. And he's out there training with Charles Rosa. I'm like, oh my goodness.
I had him on my show. I interviewed him. Yeah, he's fighting James Dalzell. And he's going to be in one because Dalzell's like played 4 years at Junior B back in the day and been in bare knuckle fights and just had a fight in Edmonton, bare knuckle, and it's this Mike guy, he made an enemy out of me training with Charles and shit, so whatever, fuck him. And he's talking about, they like an old grandpa would, like, they changed the rules when I played in this shit. It's like, buddy, come on, man, what are we talking about? Yeah,
it's insane. I can't believe he's fighting. It's like, that's one fight I'm going to watch because he's going to get killed by my Canadian brother. Talking about Canada, too. Like, he's a loser.
Well, it was funny when he was on my show. I was kind of after. I was like, hey, dude, come on now. It's, with the Canada-US thing.
Loser.
Yeah, so we'll see how this goes. But, we got to talk about it. It's the elephant in the room before I let you go. Tonight on Instagram, it's kind of made the rounds. One of your fellow Ice Wars, Will Laporte, cut a pretty scathing promo on Instagram. Kind of taking a shot at, not kind of, he did take a shot at Justice Smoke, who unfortunately had to pull out of his fight with Wolftail here today. But Will Laporte, in his scathing promo of Justice Smoke, kind of threw you guys into it too. He's like, that whole Haymaker crew, I'll slap the basically paraphrasing, but he's going to slap the shit out of you guys down there or whatever. That was kind of out of left field. You don't have any heat with Laporte. Have you ever even talked to him before?
No, I've never met him. Him or his brother might have DM'd me asking about my training and how it's going, but besides that, no. So yeah, it was out of the blue. I know we talked about this before, but you weren't recording. Like, one thing I want to make clear is Justice did not back out because he was scared. He backed out because he found out at his physical, we got sent we had to get like a week ago. So he got it a week ago, and his doctor said he needs a CT scan. And up here in Canada, it takes months to get one. So he told them that, and then they ended up finally getting him one. Like Will said, they booked him one. Yeah, it was 8 hours away in the States, and Justice doesn't have a license right now. He can't drive, so how the fuck's he going to get there? He's not going to fly there. He's not going to, like, even if he could drive, you know how much money it is to get there and get back? Like, he doesn't get paid that much. So I don't know what Laporte's thinking. He's not scared. Like, buddy, he would fight you not getting paid. Like, he's crazy. And I don't know what his problem is with me or the team. Like, I'm 165 pounds. We're never going to fight. I don't know what your problem is. So if you're mad that I'm the star fight of the show or whatever and you're not, like, I'm sorry, but that's how it is. So, like, you can just keep bitching about what, like, he's mad that he doesn't have a team and it's just him and his brother. Like, I don't really care. And, like, I didn't have a problem with them at all until this shit, but I don't know what the fuck their angle is. But, yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of out of left field. I don't know what that was all about, but well, like I said, maybe I'll get Justice on. I'll get Will on, and I'll let him say his piece, and But regardless,
yeah, and Will's saying he's gonna slap me. You better talk to your boss, Charlie, because you will never slap me, buddy. I'm the star of the show down there. They ain't losing that. So watch yourself.
There we go, folks. Well, yeah, you will run into each other down there. We'll see how it goes. But
yeah, and he's not going to touch me. Like, what? He's an idiot.
He won't. It'll be fine. Fighters will fight and tempers get wound up. So yeah, let the shit talking begin. Hey man, we're 2 weeks out, and I just want to say, hey, good luck to you. We'll all be tuning in up here and cheering on from Saskatchewan. And any last words for Charles Rosa? Well, actually, before we do that, I know you said you had some sponsors out in York. Is there any sponsors you want to shout out?
Yeah, I got a bunch of sponsors, actually. I got Taps, I got McMahon and Yates, I got... Oh my god, I got so many Potses. I got... Oh my goodness.
I put you on the spot here. I was going to say though, when you went around to Yorkton and stuff, and how has the sponsorship been? People been pretty cool with it? When you first bring it up, they're like, "You're doing what now?" Or has it been pretty well met?
Yeah, I mean, it's like 50-50. Some people are like, "What is this?" Like, don't know what it is. Like, and then even if you say like who your opponent is, a lot of people don't know what the UFC is. Even like, don't pay attention. Like, it's like Yorkton is an older town.
Yeah,
it's like so. I get it, but yeah, it's also like a close town, so a lot of people know me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's 50-50, but it's good. I do have a lot of sponsors. I mean, off the top of my head, it's hard to remember them, but I have them all on my Facebook and shit. So yeah, they've been a big help.
No, absolutely, and anytime you can get that, especially that small town support and stuff, and that's the great thing about being around Saskatchewan, lived here my whole life too. It's like, yeah, the small towns really come together with stuff like this, and they'll always support the local boys. So I know you're going to have a lot of people cheering you on from Yorkton and here in Saskatchewan. So I'll let you go. Thank you for doing this tonight, and good luck to you, man. And like I said, after it's all done, we'll get you back on the show in late October, and we'll wrap up Ice Wars how it went for you.
Yeah, for sure. We'll discuss the win.
There we go. Good luck to you, man.
All right, thanks.
And you people that don't like fighting, how many of you did you walk out and get a coffee while that was on?